Welcome to Health and Living Talk Show, where we give you reliable information on health issues. My name is Sibanda, and today we're going to be talking about health risks of being overweight. Join us as we discuss about this topic. Welcome to the show, sir.
Okay, sure.
Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and can tell them about yourself and your organization?
Okay, thank you. My name is Innocent Sibanda. I'm a health and wellness advisor. At the same time, I'm a founder of an online health and wellness group called Asakameni Health and Wellness, which I founded in 2011, February 12, which now I think 7 years now, doing this online advocacy on health and wellness. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So today we are going to be talking about how being overweight can lead to chronic diseases. What kind of problems are linked to being overweight and being obese?
Okay. First of all, being overweight itself is an unhealthy situation for a normal human being, because you are created perfect. Your structure should correspond to your weight. So being overweight is exerting pressure, first on your skeletal system, and secondly on your tissues, and thirdly on your organs. It's bound to be pressure on those aspects, or on those core issues to do with a living organism.
Okay. And what type of chronic diseases can one actually encounter if they are overweight?
Yeah, if you are overweight, the most common chronic condition that results from being overweight, from being obese actually, is we have heard of the latest epidemic called diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus, especially the type 2 diabetes mellitus, is the one that is linked being obese. Yeah. So that's the most common one, followed by another increasing one in terms of epidemic. Cancer is also linked to being overweight. And then obviously we have heard about hypertension, which is high blood pressure. A lot of people are actually have that condition now due to it's linked to their lifestyle, and their lifestyle eventually leads to them having those conditions. Hypertension and the like, and hypercholesteremia, where you have a high level of cholesterol within your system.
Okay.
Common,
yeah. Some people tend to say that I'm big boned and they shy away from saying I'm obese. How can one tell if they're actually now over the normal weight size?
Okay, thank you. Good question. You will find apart from sportsmen, this doesn't apply much to sports people, but me and you, commonly, we have an index that is used. It's called the body mass index. That index actually derives the link between your weight and your height. So you'll find if you are of average height, let's say your height is average 1.72, or say, let's give an example by you, what's your height?
I think I'm 1.7.
1.7, right. But then what's your weight?
Last time I checked, I think I was around 75 kg.
75 kg, yes. So hypothetically, we multiply your height twice, then we divide it to your weight, then you get a figure. If that figure is between 18 to 24.9, then you are normal. You have normal weight. If
Okay.
that figure that we get is 25 to 30, then we are overweight. Then if it's 30 and above, then we are obese. Then if it's below 18, then we are underweight.
Okay.
Yeah. So it gives you a rough sketch. It estimates the total fat
Okay.
that you have in your body. But it doesn't really apply to sports people. They can have a higher BMI, but correspondingly the fat is lesser
Okay.
than majority of us who are active and indolent.
Yes. One of the chronic diseases you mentioned is diabetes. Would you like to talk more about diabetes and how it's linked to being overweight?
Okay. The type of diabetes that is now overwhelmingly being diagnosed among most people is what is called type 2 diabetes. This is the diabetes unlike the type 1. The type 1 is because your body is not producing enough insulin from the pancreas. This one is common with juveniles and children. That's why they call it juvenile onset. But the type 2 is linked to insulin resistance, which is more or less connected to being obese, especially the belly fat part, the mkawa.
Yeah.
So you find this one is due now. You are producing enough insulin, but then there's resistance to insulin uptake by your cells. Or maybe I should start by giving a background of what diabetes is.
Yes, that's
Maybe we
okay.
can make it very, 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 very clear. You see, when you are said to be diabetic, that means you are unable to take up the sugar in your blood. You are aware that the end product of digestion of most of the foods, carbohydrates we have, sugar is produced as the end product. Scientifically called glucose, but let's say for generalization it's sugar.
Yes.
So that sugar is the end product of digestion. So what happens is now insulin is the one that influences the cells to take up the sugar, so the cells do work. So it's like the petrol. It's like the fuel for the body, like your diesel is petrol for the body. So what happens now is when that insulin is produced in less quantities, then sugar will have a free reign to just flow and affect the physiological uses in the body. So when that sugar is in excess outside the cells, then you develop a condition called diabetes.
Okay.
And the type 2 now is because of the obesity that will make the cells resistant now. We are resistant to taking up what? The glucose. So that condition now comes up that we have got diabetes.
Okay. And how can weight loss prevent or delay diabetes?
Yes, weight loss actually can delay the onset of diabetes. Let's say if you are predisposed to it, or if it's due to your lifestyle situation. That means if you weigh less, the resistance also, the insulin resistance also correspondingly is low. The less you weigh, the easier the uptake of the insulin by the body.
Alright, and you also mentioned high blood pressure. How is high blood pressure linked to being overweight?
High blood pressure linked to be overweight. Being overweight is linked to predisposed you to have high blood pressure, because what it means is the needs of the body also increase. You know, blood is a transport medium for every body needs, from nutrients to waste products to whatever the body needs. So what it means is once you are overweight, the demand for the blood also increases, thereby making the heart work even more harder. As the heart gets worked up, as it works hard, what also increases is the arterial pressure. And you know blood flows through the arteries.
Yes.
From the heart to the body cells, body tissues, body organs. So what means is the blood is now under pressure. What also happens when you're overweight, the blood vessels, they are also affected in terms of their caliber, in terms of their diameter, their internal diameter. They become constricted and they thin. So as they thin, the blood pressure also increases because the blood flow is now in a constricted space. I hope I'm making myself clear. It's in a constricted space. So just like you have got your normal hose pipe at home, if I may ask you, you have got two hose pipes. The other one has got a smaller internal diameter, or the lumen is quite small, and the other one is larger. Which one do you think is under pressure? In terms of flow of water, which one will bring water under pressure? Which one will bring water gently and softly?
The small one.
Smaller one. So the same thing happens internally. So when that happens, also the blood vessels, they also get minute injuries. As they get those minute injuries, they heal by fibrosis, and there's deposition of healing material. At the same time, if your diet is also high in cholesterol and other fats, there's deposition of those fats again, and the lumen constricts further, thereby making your blood pressure rise.
And how can weight loss assist in normalizing your blood pressure?
Yes, it will assist in that. The general demand by the body for body needs also falls, and also falls down, thereby lessening the demand for the heart to pump even harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some have said heart disease is also linked to obesity. How factual is that?
Yes. The heart is the central pump. For all the blood flow that you see, that happens, it's due to the heart acting as a pump. So once you're obese, the pump works even more harder. So if you're obese, the heart has got much work to do. Once it works, it reaches a point where compensation, first it will pump fast. Then at a certain point, it will get tired. When it reaches compensation, then it starts fading.
Okay.
That's how you now come up to have heart conditions because of what? Being overweight.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's been said being overweight is also linked to the cause of many different cancers. Which cancers are actually linked to obesity?
Quite a number of cancers, from pancreatic cancer, premenopausal ovarian cancer, colorectal cancer, cancer of the stomach, cancer of the kidney. It's actually linked to almost most of the cancers that really occur in the body.
Okay.
Yes.
Which also comes back to you saying that if you maintain a good body weight, you can also avoid getting cancer.
Yes.
Okay. And when it comes to kidney diseases, what's the link between kidney diseases and being overweight?
Okay. It's an interesting one, because the sequel of events that I was attributing to,
Yes.
when the blood pressure gets higher than normal, what it means is the blood flow to the kidney as the end organ is also affected. So that high blood flow to the kidneys also affects the caliber of the blood vessels leading to that kidney, and they get damaged gradually. It's a gradual thing. It's not just a fast onset, but it's a gradual thing. Over time, the blood pressure as it increases, over time, it also affects blood flow to the kidneys. Because hypertension on its own damages the kidneys.
Okay.
Yes. And kidney damage on its own also influences, because the kidneys produce a hormone called renin that controls blood pressure. So once the kidneys are getting damaged, they also release more renin that will also make the blood pressure even go higher. So it's actually a sequel of events what happens.
Okay. What are the problems that one can encounter if they're overweight during their pregnancy?
There are a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems that one can encounter. There are a lot of problems that one can encounter. So the risk is actually, let's not say there are problems, because it's either you can have them or you cannot. So there are risks that are associated with what? With being overweight and being obese when one is pregnant. And the first risk is attributed, let's say, the risk to the mother, the one who is pregnant, and the risk to the unborn child. So the risk to the mother, the first one is they are at risk of having gestational diabetes, which is diabetes associated with pregnancy. You are quite at risk of getting that. The other one is the risk of having gestational hypertension, which is high blood pressure during pregnancy. And this one is also a dangerous condition because it leads to what is called eclampsia, if you have had. Yes, quite a number of things happen. Then there is pelvic pain during pregnancy. So we hear many women complaining of or it's because of what? Problems and weight. And then we have problems after giving birth, like what we call postpartum depression, postpartum anemia, and like all those complications are attributed to the risk increases because of being overweight. And then there are risks also associated with giving birth now, the labor part of it. And so if you are overweight, they are at risk of having a cesarean birth being done on you. And there's quite a rise in C-sections now. It's attributed to most pregnant women being overweight. And then there is a risk of uterine rupture and rupturing of uterus on giving birth. Then there is also a big risk of death, which is maternal morbidity. That's a serious one. Then to the offspring now, the infant that is being given birth to, being overweight also puts a risk on the unborn child. So now you have your premature birth, you have your structural birth defects. They are also you have to do with being overweight or being obese during pregnancy. All those things, asthmas of kids, they are also close to that. It's quite a telling issue. People need to maintain their weight, a healthy weight, not just maintain your weight, but you need to maintain a healthy weight.
Yes. Besides pregnancy, what other gynecological issues are associated with being overweight?
Besides being pregnant,
Yes.
The other gynae issues or obstetric issues. Obstetric issues to do with maybe stillbirth, they are associated with being overweight. There's a risk of giving a stillbirth because of that. And also there's a risk, besides the obstetrical, there's a risk of that baby having also the same traits, being overweight also. version of a sugar loaf baby. Big baby.
Okay. All right. And just to close off, what would you like to say to our viewers who are watching this? Just words of encouragement pertaining to the topic that we're talking about.
Okay, thank you. The word of advice I would like to give to people is, please let's maintain a healthy weight. A healthy weight entails you adapting to healthy living standards, especially in terms of diet. Our people have voracious appetite. Just go downstairs here and see how they are taking their takeaways and their fast foods. Let's try and eat healthy. Plenty of grains, plenty of fruits, plenty of fluids, and also being active. You find someone going to buy a newspaper using a car. Let's encourage being active and active lifestyle. At our workplaces, let's have walking clubs, gym subscriptions, or even simple activity clubs where people just have some form of activity even during lunch or just after work. And encourage healthy lifestyles, even to our kids, even to our peers, in fact, to everyone. Let's just be advocates for healthy living.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to maintain a good, healthy body weight. From me to you, it's goodbye.